All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is in the cosmos when this is finding you there. Welcome to Kaichi Alchemy. You can call me Kachi. This is a space of love, y'all. Welcome or welcome back. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for co creating community with us. Thank you for all the engagement and things. Um, Today, Venus has shifted into Libra. I'm feeling extra sensitive. I feel like we're almost like still stuck in Cancer season or something kind of thing. But a while back, I did do a reading on Borobodur, and as soon as I clicked off, I realized that in that video, we never actually got around to the action step. So, Borobudur, wait, this is Angkor Wat. Where'd it go? There we go. Borobudur, the energy focus for this one is authenticity, which is interesting. We're coming up on the Leo new moon. It's a pretty intense one too because it's a eclipse as well. And this Leo new moon is real tied up in like the south node in Leo, like releasing the toxicity of Leo, releasing the pride and ego, like the toxic pride and the ego of Leo, and coming more into our hearts, because that really is the Leo energy. And your ego is not evil and it has a relationship to your heart. But, you know, that kind of let me dazzle you, let me get all the attention, and not just because they shine and they're expressing their heart and their authenticity, right? But because they want to be seen as spreading their light and their authenticity, but they're not spreading their light and their authenticity. They're actually trying to read what the expectation is, what would be advantageous, what would get people to look at them the way that they would like to be looked at, what's going to get them the most attention, the most prestige, the most success, the most resources, the most people, the most spotlights on them. And that is Leo, but there is another side to it, and that would be the complete, absolute, authentic expression of your heart and your soul and your truth and your essence, and being so wrapped up in that and so excited and engaged like a child playing a game, like so invested that you really couldn't care less. You don't notice if somebody is paying attention to you, giving you praise, giving you validation, giving you encouragement. Like the highest form of Leo is all about authenticity. So this Borobudur energy that we had read on months ago that I wanted to wrap up and add the action step to, so that we can have a ritual available. This one's a meditation called True to You, 404 on the timer. This is such an interesting timing that I happen to circle back around to it right before this Leo new moon, because we are focusing right now on releasing the dazzle, the razzle dazzle of Leo, and stepping more fully into our authentic expression and our joy and our complete immersion in our heart space and our inspiration in who we really are, what we really want to do. Okay. So, the meditation today, True for You, I'm going to read this out for everybody. This is going to be part 2 of the Borobudur reading, and it's going to be pretty brief. And then I will see you guys tomorrow for something fun. And then we're going to be doing our 100th episode of Lives, and I've got some surprises there too. So I'm excited to see you there. Find a cozy spot to sit down and receive this meditation, okay? Sit comfortably on the floor, your hands resting in your lap, palms upward. You may wish your thumb to touch your second finger. Close your eyes and breathe deeply and slowly as you relax into the rhythm. With each breath out, feel your tension disappear. Bring your attention to the great mandala of Borobodur. See it revealing to you the mysteries of the cosmos and where you have come from, where you are now, and where you will return. Now, begin to chant a mantra such as Om, either out loud or silently. Continue to chant as you watch your third eye from inside. When any thoughts come into your mind, acknowledge them and then dismiss them as you continue to meditate in this way until calm descends on you. Let us see. Can I find this Borobodur card for y'all to check out yourself? This is the stack of all of the readings that we've already done. It's quite incredible and impressive what we have accomplished together this summer. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of it. Here we go. So that was the Borobodur card here, and the power symbol here. Isn't that interesting? We had a couple of readings recently, I think, that had something to do with a wheel. It wasn't even like the wheel in the tarot. It was like an oracle card or something. Ignition. Wasn't that Ateshka yesterday? Put the key in. Get going. It's time to get going. Today is the end of Mercury retrograde shadow period, so we have done quite a lot of contemplating and reflecting and processing, and at this point in time, you aren't gonna feel 100% confident and you don't have all the answers, but you do have enough to put the key in the ignition, move forward, turn the wheel, do something. And then if it doesn't work out the way that you would like, if you feel like you still have more to learn, like you can shift and change how you approach that as you move forward. But right now it's kind of like we've done a lot of processing and reflecting and thinking and trying to decide what it is we want to be doing. And so now it's time to just decide and move forward and go for it, and then reassess down the line. Try not to get too caught up in analysis paralysis, because it is time. It is time to be moving forward. Hello, good afternoon, evening, good night. What time? What area? What time zone are you tuning in from? I am curious. And everybody who is watching this, after the fact, let me know in the comment section what authenticity means to you, and perhaps what are you going to focus in on in this next phase, in the next couple of weeks, What are you gonna try differently? What are you gonna put your energy into? What are you gonna do to take action steps on embodying that authenticity, on embodying that healthy Leo energy? Is there anything else that I need to share with this collective here today, Spirit? Please and thank you, thank you, thank you. Please and thank you, thank you, thank you. Please and thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the Pocket Animal Spirit deck or the mini by Kim Kranz, if you're unfamiliar, curious. I got the oyster. I got the scorpion. And we got the lion. So that's fire and water. A lot of fire. Obviously, we were just talking about Leo themes, authenticity, the heart, and that was what this Borobodur meditation was all about. It's being true to yourself, not in a prideful, egotistical, tyrannical, vengeful, dazzling, loud, obnoxious kind of way. You can be quiet and be in Leo energy. You can be all kinds of things and be in Leo energy. It's about your authenticity. It's 10:30 for you? Where is that? So like right now it's 9:30 here. So is it 10:30 in the morning or 10:30 in the evening where you're at? I'd be curious to know. Okay. Leo, Scorpio, obviously, may just be confirmation, some placements that you have, perhaps. I don't have a specific association with oyster zodiac-wise, but I think generally it gives me a lot of like Cancer. And that's kind of interesting because Cancer's like a hard shell and a soft, squishy center, or like a very valuable center. They charge a lot of money for it at seafood restaurants and stuff. And an oyster is also a hard shell to crack, a hard nut to crack, but there's value inside of there, right? So in order to step into this authenticity in the way that does not step on other people, does not diminish other people, it's not about competition, it's about knowing your value and your worth and being fully immersed in the things that light you up, that feed your heart. And as much as that sounds beautiful and playful and easy and good, it gives very child vibes. Leo is the child, Lions are also ferocious and intense, right? And so I think that the fire and the water here is referencing the alchemy that is going to be required in order for you to step into this Leo Aquarius axis south-north node transit that we're going through right now, and releasing the negative aspects of Leo and integrating that self-love and that authenticity and that self-expression and that heart-based expression. But I think you're being warned, not in a fearful way, not in a way that encourages fear, but just as a heads up so that you don't get discouraged and take it as a sign that you're moving in the wrong direction. You will face resistance. You will face this fire, water, alchemical energy where you have to come up against something that's hard and challenging to crack open. But there is value inside of there, such value that it's worth any effort that you have to put into it, right? And the Scorpion generally is a reference to the fact that it's gonna sting, it's gonna hurt, it's gonna be different. Change is hard, even if you have some kind of spiritual or intellectual understanding of the importance of change, it's still hard, like neurologically, just to ask that of yourself. But I think you're being encouraged that to see that it is worth the sting, it is worth the pain, it is worth the challenge, it is worth the pushing against resistance, it is worth the receiving discouraging, challenging experiences. And you're being encouraged to see those, feel those, experience those, move forward anyways. And that's really how you're going to burn through all of the dark Leo energies that we are working to release right now. It's a test, but it's also a test that is strengthening you and purifying you and giving you greater and greater clarity around how to step into the positive aspects of this Leo energy that we are working on integrating. Because we don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Leo is a beautiful, important energy. I recently did a Leo collective zodiac reading. You may want to check that out. It might be kind of relevant to you, time specific. What time of day is everybody tuning in from today? It's interesting here how we have the Lion Leo card all clearly in the, middle of the day. It looks like he's like staring off into the sun or something. And this is like clearly in the darkness, right? But in order to shell this, in order to crack this tough nut, right? This lion is going to take its jaw and smash into this hard shell, try and get the meat out of it, try to get the pearl out of it if it knows the value of that in human terms, I don't know. And through that process, he's going to crack his tooth and it's going to hurt. And he's going to say, why am I doing this? And you're being encouraged to remember that the pearl is worth a cracked tooth. If you have the pearl, you have the energy, you have the resources, you have the capacity to get your tooth fixed, to get a new tooth, to like create a life where you don't need teeth. Like, I think you're really being encouraged to move through this fiery, watery, alchemical time, this challenging time full of potential, with a faith and a gratitude for the challenges and the lessons and the benefits and the strength training that it is offering you, right? And clarity that it is offering you. But also to be open to the energy of receiving love, of receiving reciprocity, of receiving things that you find beauty in, that you find value in. That is Libra in Venus. And we'll be here for a few weeks. So it may feel kind of funky and challenging for me right now. Let me know how it's going for you so far. But this is just the beginning of a story arc that we're just putting the key into the ignition of right now, today. And we have a long ways to go, but we do know the destination. We don't know what the destination will look like in practical terms, but we do know what it will feel like. So you're being encouraged to focus on that. Focus on what lights you up, what you value in terms of energy, in terms of feeling, in terms of the kind of experiences and emotions and feelings that you would like to experience. And the more you focus on that, the more your brain is going to be working all the time to be able to recognize opportunities, creative opportunities, unexpected opportunities novel opportunities, opportunities you thought might not be accessible to you previously. Like, you will inevitably be in a better position if you are actively looking for the benefit. And in all circumstances, even when you have the pain, even when you experience the setbacks and the boundaries, you know what I mean? Expect the challenges, expect the bumps, but also remember there's a lot of light here and there's a lot of value here. And what combination of lessons and rewards, what percentage is that going to look like at the end? We don't know. I don't know. You don't. Like, this is a collective reading, so definitely I don't know. But the general energy is just that. As the energy you put in is all going to reward you, to come back at you in one way or another. Probably not how you expect. Probably not directly. But this is going to teach you about creativity through pain and obstacles and moving forward with that love and that faith and that authenticity and that excitement and that childlike joy and that expression and that heart space. Because a child doesn't really usually think, oh, that's going to be hard, that's going to hurt, that's going to be risky, that's going to be dangerous. They just know what is valuable to them, and they'll go full force into it. They'll do anything pretty much to try and make it happen, and they'll do it with a smile on their face. And they'll fall down and smack their face on the floor, and they'll cry for a second because they have a physiological reaction and it was surprising, but then they'll get back up and they'll move forward. 22:22 on the clock. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I very much look forward to our next reading, and I will let you all know what that's going to look like very soon. All right. Love, light, peace, and personal responsibility. I will see you next time.